Welcome to Backstage with John Wilson, a podcast where we go behind the scenes to look at the Christian contemporary music industry, music festivals, and real-life encouraging stories from our experience. Our goal is to display how God is using Christian music to transform lives and to take church outside the walls. For more info about Light the Way Ministry, go to lightthewayministry.com. And with that, here's this week's episode.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Backstage with me, John Wilson, your host, CEO and founder of Light the Way Ministry. And I am super excited. As you all can see on my screen, an awesome person, up and coming artist, just blew up out of nowhere, it seems like. Will you all help me welcome Miss Claire Leslie? Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, John. You're so sweet. I'm so pumped to be here.
You know, I'm excited about you being here. I'm excited about that you're coming to our festival in Light the Way in Missouri at Thunder Ridge on September 12th and 13th.
I'm counting down the days.
I am too, because let me tell you, I'll be honest, I didn't know who you were. And
That's okay.
You know, it's okay. And when it was pitched to me, hey, you need to check out Claire Leslie. And I'm like, who? They're like, Claire Leslie. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I've not been able to stop listening to Claire Leslie.
That is the sweetest thing. Seriously.
It's awesome. Your words, your lyrics, your music, it's just
thank you.
It's raw and it's real. Like, it's like, this is it. Like, you know?
No, that's so sweet. And there are, my goodness, so many. I'm sure you see this since you're in this, space, but there's so many just up and coming, kind of like the next generation of Christian artists. And I'm just honored to be one of them, to be a part of it. So I'm glad that you kind of stumbled across my music and vibe with it. I'm so glad. It makes me so happy.
Oh, it's been awesome, and there's not very many artists I do that with. But when it's my jam, it's my jam, and then we just listen to it all day long.
See, exactly. Volume 10, windows down. John just driving on the highway, having a blast. I love it.
That's exactly right. First off, you have gotten so much going on. You just released your first EP, right? And
yes.
I'm like, this was like, what was it, about a month ago or so when you released it?
About a month ago.
Yeah. Well, talk a little bit about that, because the music,
totally.
there's so many good songs on there, and I'm like,
so sweet.
It's just like, I was thinking, okay, she's probably going to ask me which one's my favorite. And I don't know that I can say a specific one. I don't know. But so I'm like,
oh, that means so much. That means so much.
It's really good. And I'm not just saying that. It's like, matter of fact, I was jamming to it on the way into the office today, and I'm like, okay, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
That means so much. Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that, John. My first ever EP released about a month ago. It's called 20 something. And it's honestly, though it's called 20 something, it's for all ages. And it's about just the growing pains of getting older and just life's just ups and downs. And like you said, I wanted to write an EP that was just honest and authentic and real. And those songs that are on there, it's almost like a patchwork sweater where there's like an underlying theme of just growing pains, exploring and navigating through life. But then also one of them is about anxiety. One of them is about embracing your true self. One of them is about just trusting in God and surrendering. And one is to my future husband. So it's all of just these different just stories and life experiences that I've gone through. And to be honest, I'm still going through. And yeah, it's been out now for a month, and I'll be doing pretty much all the songs on the EP at Light the Way in September.
Let's go.
I'm thrilled. We're going to sweat because we'll be jumping up and down. We're just gonna have a blast, but we won't care. We won't care at all because it'll be the best time, the best couple days.
Well, and that's what I was going to talk to you about. Like, what does a Claire Leslie show look like? Because I mean, I've saw videos, I've watched some videos, and all I can think was, man, she's taken us through a workout session. Like, there's always so much stuff going on. Like,
Love that, John.
I will probably
Totally.
lose 20 pounds after seeing your set.
Hey, no, I love that. I love that. Yeah, it's just a little workout. Man, the words that come to mind are um, bright and full of joy. And I would just say, I know I've been to several growing up, went to a lot of CCM art like concerts, and grew up watching like the Newsboys and Mercy Me and Jamie Grace, Family Force 5, Toby Mac, like Lauren Daigle, all of the OGs. And I remember how they made me feel after going to one of their shows. And I just know the feeling and the impact that a show can do on the human soul. And so I'm just all about wanting to be a light, hence, hey, light the way. So we have something in common here. I'm sure we'll need to talk about that. And just colorful and joy and energy. Um, Almost just kind of like dance like David in a way, but like Claire Leslie. Is that weird to say? I don't know, but we'll
I
have
love
so
it.
much
We'll go
fun.
with it. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Yeah. So, and I'm so excited because, this venue, I don't know if you've looked it up and seen how beautiful it is, but
It is stunning.
it
It's
really is.
stunning.
It's when Bass Pro just, when they created it, I can't imagine the vision that went into it, but you're overlooking the Ozark Mountains and the Ozark Lakes behind you. And it's just like, and then now you're worshiping and you're just, like you said, you're sweating, but you're enjoying the views all at once.
Oh, oh, and it sounds too good to be true. Like it's stunning. It's like
Mm,
heaven on earth. I
yeah,
can't I can't wait.
it's very close, very close.
Now, I will say I've been to Missouri once, but Branson, Branson, Missouri?
Okay, well, the venue is literally just outside of Branson.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably, I mean, when people think Thunder Ridge, they're thinking Branson because
Well,
it's right
boom,
there.
right there.
So it
I
was
went there
meant to
with my
be.
family and it almost was like a fever dream, but like it was awesome. Just all of the different acts, the shows, the
Mhm.
food, the Southern hospitality. Loved it.
Yeah, it's really awesome there. The food is great, so get ready for that. So we
Yeah,
know how to
I'll be
do it.
ready. And you
We
know what? Like you said, we'll work it out. We'll work off all the calories afterwards, so we'll be
we
good.
will, we will. So a couple things I want to talk about is I do want to dig a little bit deeper into your music. From your EP, you got Passenger Seat, which I kind of, if I would have to pick one, I think that's the one for me. But you got
Love that.
original, I mean, you've got 24/7 ceiling fan now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, first off, how did you come up with these titles? Like, I mean, were you okay? Like, let's just talk about ceiling fan, okay? Like, were
Yep.
you laying in bed and you're looking up and you're like,
You know what,
ceiling fan?
John, you're not far off. I I wrote that with my friend Ben Tan, who's a songwriter in Nashville. And I remember we wrote the song and then the lyrics were now staring at a ceiling fan, going through the motions. And then I was like, what if we just called it ceiling fan? No, but actually, like what if we just called it ceiling fan? And then from there on out, somehow the label was okay with it and we just stuck with it. I'm also a little bit of ADHD, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, what if we called it ceiling fan? Or ooh, what if we called this one, passenger
Well,
seat? Just
yeah,
random, but
it's just so random, and that's what I love about it because it's the authenticity of it all. It's just
yeah,
like what, like, and then the label goes for it. That's how you know God's in it.
that's so, so, so true. So true.
It really is. I mean, I mean, so, but talk to me a little bit of where does, I know your stories or your songs are
Mm,
more or less about your stories and probably what you have gone through yourself.
totally.
But so talk about a little bit about how you get through those moments
Yeah,
and what how do you do that? Like for someone who's fighting,
completely.
yeah, just someone who's maybe fighting right now and trying to figure out how to just get through life.
Completely.
You know, you have a way to go into a songwriting room and just let it all out
Mm,
in music, but maybe someone who doesn't have that ability, you
yeah.
know, what would be your recommendation to them to help
Wow.
fight through it?
That's a
Kind of
great
hard question.
question.
I'm sorry.
No, no, it's a great question. And I'm 23, ripe age of 23 years old. And I yeah, I grew up in a Christian household. I'm so blessed to have two amazing parents and my three brothers. And to be honest, John, they just bought an RV. And so don't be surprised if you see the whole Leslie household coming to Light the Way festival. I mean, they will
Let's
all
do
be
it.
there.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
um yeah, I honestly, you know, have spent a lot of my years just trying to figure out who am I and what is my purpose? I went through a season in college where I didn't know. I spent a lot of years not myself and a lot of anxiety and dealt with panic attacks. I had never dealt with that prior, but it was something that was kind of just like a built up thing, bottled up a lot of emotions. I don't know if anyone who's listening is like me in that, where it's easy to just, yeah, I'm good, everything's fine. And when someone asks you, how are you doing? You're like, all good, but really deep down, you're dealing with this anxiety and just fear of the future and all the things. And so, uh, man, I would say recently I've been starting to kind of just rest in the truth that we're all made in his image and we're uniquely created. And I really do believe that we all have um, a calling, a special calling on our lives. And like you said, John, you said it perfectly that it can be in music, you can be a doctor, you can be a mailman, you can, be a mother to kids, and in anything, we can find beauty in it all. We can find um, the light of Jesus in everything. And so for me, something that I just rest in is knowing that, okay, I'm going to rest knowing and in confidence that I I am who God has created me to be. He has made you, John, uniquely, and the calling on your life, the story that you have, the story behind Light the Way Ministries. I mean, that's unique. It's unique to you. You have a story to tell. And so um I think just surrender, trusting that God has a perfect plan for all of us, and being bold in our calling and rock. I love to say just rock with it, full
Mm.
send it. If you feel like you're going through a season where you're just full of anxiety, full of stress, um giving that to God and just saying, okay, Lord, I'm going to start saying yes, and watch as he opens doors, and watch as he closes doors too. um but just knowing that he has a perfect plan, really.
Wow, that's so good. I'm waiting for the call to action to go to the altar call right now. So that was so good.
I love it.
Like like are maybe you should be a preacher too, you
Oh
know?
my goodness, that is so sweet. It's so sweet.
Oh my goodness. Well, I have to ask, you know, because the EP is kind of still fresh, you're still kind of getting out there. What out of the list of songs that are on there, what was the first one that you wrote on that EP?
Mm.
Do you
Hmm.
remember?
Totally. Now let's see here. I think the first one that I wrote was original. Was
Was it
original.
really?
Yes, and that one, funny enough, that one is about embracing, who your identity, the who God has called you to be. And it's honestly, it's just a kind of a fun tongue-in-cheek song too. It's just a
Yeah.
fun windows down, um, a little bit of like this just going back and forth tug of war of okay, who am I? And who does God call me to be? And just, you know, dancing. And I just think when I think of that song, I think disco. I just think fun, energetic, and just embracing and being confident in yourself.
Well, listening to the lyrics of all your songs on here on this EP, they sound like they're lyrics from personal journeys that you've gone through.
Yes. Yes. Oh, totally. And that's something too, maybe I I love just being honest about it. Cause I don't know about you, but I'm like, I feel like the world is listening now more than ever. But they're listening, but they're also waiting to say, okay, wait, what does what do they have to say? And we can sniff out honesty and authenticity, honestly, so much, especially like this next generation. And so I'm like, uh, getting to just make honest, real songs is something that I just feel called to do. And as someone who is 23, um, I know when I listen to authentic, genuine music, there's just something about it. There's just
Well,
something about it.
and it's so true because this generation, this Gen Z, if you will,
Yes,
they're all searching for something, and they're tired of the fakeness, and
so
unfortunately,
true.
there's been that fakeness, and what I always say is it's the now stories that the Gen
Mm,
Z wants to hear about. And because they're fighting it themselves, and seeing artists like you, like Josiah Queen or Forrest Frank,
mm,
that's coming out with these singles that hits those moments,
totally.
it's causing a revival in the Gen Z and younger generation. And
Completely.
and it's
And
exciting.
I love that, John. And I'm just thinking too, and want to just kind of repeat earlier, I said that this is also for all ages. Because I'm also thinking too, um, when I think of next generation, I'm like, those will be like the leaders of our country one day. Those will be the parents to kids one day. I'm like, what do we want to our kids to be listening to? Um, and when we go to festivals, what are some truths that you want sung over them? Or what lyrics do you want your kids to be singing? And I'm just so inspired and excited for the Christian music. And I'm just thinking of all the kiddos, all of the all ages that will be coming to the festival, and just thinking we can rest knowing, okay, we can know that these lyrics will be lyrics that these kids can hold on to and sing over their lives. And what there's so much power in that.
I agree. And what I see a lot of, especially in these festivals, is I see when an artist takes the stage that the young adults and youth and kids just get really fired up about. What I see is almost like a domino effect that the older generation sees that in them,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't help but get excited right along with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, it's like that childlike faith, huh?
It is totally 100%, 100%. So you had some breaking news. I call it breaking news. Just what was it? I don't know, a few weeks ago. that you got a big show coming up on April 22nd. And I'm like, okay, I got to take advantage of our newfound friendship here because
Yes.
I need you to put a bug in somebody's ear on who you're opening up for. But talk a little bit about that.
I
What
can't
did you
believe it.
do when the news came
Oh
in? And
my
like, you
goodness.
pinching yourself right now?
Oh yeah, I mean completely. So I am opening for Forrest Frank April 22nd in Waco, Texas. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But Forrest Frank is someone that I've looked up to for a while. He's sort of the definition of this fresh wind, fresh sound in the Christian, music. And it's just it has such energy as well and such truth. And I just, yeah, love him. But I was actually sitting on the airport floor, which is kind of gross, but we had a layover and it was this whole ordeal, delay. You know how it goes.
Mhm.
But I got a call from my manager and just said, "Get ready, keep April 22nd open because you're opening for Forrest Frank." And thank goodness I was sitting down because I nearly passed out, John. I nearly
I
passed
bet you
out.
did. I bet you did. Absolutely. I mean, I would
I
have.
Oh my goodness. I was just so honored, but also like this doesn't even feel real. So I'm so excited for that. It's coming up soon.
Well, when you're there, do me a favor, okay?
Yep.
You put a little bug in Forrest Frank's ear and it's like, hey, these Light the Way guys over in Missouri, you probably need to go hit them up.
Probably need to hit him up. Probably need to keep September 12th and 13th open.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I love that.
I'm super excited for you. You have so much going on, and
Mm,
you know, when we select artists, we pray for what God wants us to do, right? And who do we
mm.
want to come to our festival? And we had such a piece about you, and I'm so glad that we have you coming because there is a brightness that shines. There's a glow around your music. There's a glow around your personality, and it's evident that God is with you. And I'm excited for our festival goers to experience that moment with
Oh,
you during that set. I really am.
thank
And
you.
you're on the same night. You're actually going to be there that Friday night, which Torrin Wells is headlining. We've got KB, we've got Seth Schluter, and then
I
you. I'm just
mean,
like,
oh, what a lineup. You know what it feels like? It feels like a Marvel team, like
oh,
just of these superheroes. And then I'm just kind of like their cheerleader.
I actually I saw a comment that you made on one of our posts about that, and I'm just like, okay, this was the right move. This is our friend. This is our people. This is going to be a great festival.
It's going to be a blast. Oh, and I'm a
Um,
huge fan of what they're doing. So it's going to be, you best believe you'll be seeing me front row at their sets as well. So
well, I'll be sure and give you a backstage pass.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. Well, so other than April 22nd, opening up for Forrest Frank, your career's just really exploding. And of course, coming to our festival, what is next?
Mm,
what can you tell us publicly
totally.
that is what is next? What's on the radar? Or maybe even what's your goal? Like where do you
Yeah,
want to see yourself at in the next couple years?
totally. Oh man, that's a good question. Well, I'll say biggest thing is there's gonna be a lot of new music coming up. And this summer there will be a handful of collabs, a lot of
Mhm.
collaborations. I think that's something too that's so special about just this new music coming out is that we're all kind of linking arms together and like kingdom connect the dots.
Mm.
And sorry.
Oh, I don't hear anything, so you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
perfect.
Just tell them to be
Kingdom
quiet.
Kingdom connect the dots. So it'll be a lot of just collaborations with artists that we're familiar with in the Christian space. And then a lot of live shows. We'll be doing a handful of festivals this summer, and a lot of kind of just one-off shows as well, all around. And that's exciting. You can just plug in this in, go to claireleslie.com, and then it's easy. All of my shows will be right there. And then we're working on writing an album, John.
What?
We're writing an album, yes. We're writing an album. So we're working on that, and it's going to be so special. That'll be in the fall. So new music and shows.
So almost just in time for our festival in September.
Just in time.
Wow, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Well, Claire, it has been a joy having you on today. It's getting to know you, getting to know your heart, getting to know your why. I love the collaborations that you're talking about that's going to be coming out. And you call them kingdom connecting dots. I just call them kingdom connections, making it more simple,
So
you know.
true.
It's really, really awesome. But it's so much fun as a promoter to see a new up and coming artist like yourself that's just taking it by the storm. As a matter of fact, I will say this. We're very close with our local radio station here in Missouri, and I texted the manager there, and I said, "Hey, you need to actually let me see what I text. I'll actually have to look it up because I don't want to butcher it. But and I do this every now and then. But I sent it over to Let's see. Let me look.
That is the
Here we go.
sweetest thing.
I said, you better add Claire Leslie to your programming. This girl is blowing up.
Oh, that makes me blush. That's so sweet.
I did.
Oh,
So anyways, but no,
I love that.
It's been exciting having you on today. We really are looking forward to having you in September at the festival here at Light the Way at Thunder Ridge. Yeah, it's just going to be so great. And again, if someone needs to find your music, learn more about you, tell our listeners and viewers where can they go?
Totally. Easy. claireleslie.com. You can just go to claireleslie.com, and all of my social media is under Claire Leslie Sings. And so it's pretty self-explanatory because I do in fact sing, so that works out. But claireleslie.com is for all the music videos, tour dates. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, and John, before we bounce, I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for having me and getting to hear your story before we started our interview. I just believe in what y'all are doing so much. Believe in Light the Way Ministries, and it's gonna be such a blast. It's gonna be such a blast. So I'm excited also to meet in person.
I am too. Thank you so much. We are super excited. Again, if you're watching and you want to know more about Claire Leslie, just as she said, go to claireleslie.com. Everything is on there. She's just released her EP. Go check her out on YouTube, Spotify. I'm sure you probably already are, but keep listening to it. Keep listening to it.
Okay.
Show her some love, guys. Again, Claire, thank you so much for being on the episode with us. You guys can go and get your tickets right now for the festival at Thunder Ridge, Light the Way, September 12th and 13th. Claire will be there on the 12th. You don't want to miss it. Right now is our super early bird sale, and just take advantage of that. And yeah, go to lightthewayministry.com or go to claireleslie.com and get your passes.
Get your tickets, and I'll see you in September. I'm counting down the days.
Let's do it. Thank you again so much for joining me.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. You have a blessed rest of your day, okay?
Thank you. You too.